The voicemail came at 2:14 a.m. I'd missed the call, slept through it, like a man should when he's 3 whiskeys deep in a hotel bed 300 miles from home. But her voice shattered the next morning like a bullet through a stained glass window. "Daddy, Daddy, I'm hungry. He won't give me food. I didn't mean to use the phone. He said he'll send me to the shelter if I call you again. Please don't tell Mommy. Please." Then a click, then silence. And that silence burned hotter than anything she'd said. I didn't brush my teeth, didn't change clothes. I booked the first flight. My fingers trembled, but my mind didn't. My mind went ice cold. I called my ex-wife mid-boarding. She picked up, annoyed. "She's lying, Mark," she hissed. "She always lies to make you feel sorry for her. Steve would never hurt anyone." Then I heard it. Not from her, from the background. "Tell her, loser daddy, he can't save his useless daughter." There was laughter after that. His. She didn't defend it. She didn't hang up either. She just went silent. So did I. 3 years ago, custody was split because I was too emotionally intense. Translation, I wasn't easy to manipulate. She won the narrative. The soft-spoken mother. The reformed addict. Steve, her supportive partner. I'd never met him. She said it'd be healthier that way. I didn't fight her. I thought peace was more important than pride. Stupid. When I picked my daughter up that night from the police station, she looked like a sunken version of herself. Pale. Thin. The inside of her arms told stories she didn't have the words for. I asked nothing. I just wrapped her in my coat and stared ahead. But I saw the cop's face as he handed her over. Saw the bruise on her shoulder she hadn't even noticed yet. I took her home. Gave her warm food, let her sleep. Then I waited for her to speak. She didn't. So I began looking for the truth myself. Kids don't starve themselves. They don't fake bruises. And they don't make up threats whispered between floorboards. So I started pulling threads. First, I made her a peanut butter sandwich. Watched her devour it like a feral animal. Then I asked, gently, "Does Mommy know?" She stared, eyes glassy. She whispered, "She told him not to leave a mark this time." My hands clenched under the table. I nodded once and said nothing. I placed hidden recorders in her backpack. I requested police wellness checks when I heard screaming anonymously. I installed a keylogger on my ex-wife's shared iCloud. She hadn't changed her password since the divorce. The texts were there, dozens. "She's lying again. You're right to teach her a lesson. Don't worry, I'll tell Mark she's being manipulative again if he calls. LOL, he still thinks she's a victim. You're such a good stepdad." No remorse, no concern, just 2 predators playing house. I documented everything. Dates, photos, audio, copies, even the school nurse's quiet confession, "We suspected something, but your ex threatened to sue." I smiled, because the game was no longer survival, it was setup. 2 weeks later, I picked my daughter up from school early. No warning. I took her to a cafe, sat her down, slid a folder across the table. "Open it." She did, slowly, like the papers might bleed. Screenshots, transcripts, audio files, witness reports. At the back, a notarized statement from her counselor, dated, signed, confirming everything. She stared at it all, lips trembling. Her voice came out like dust. "You believe me?" I didn't answer. I only nodded. Then I pulled out one last sheet. Custody transfer order. Emergency petition. Signed by a judge. Her hands flew to her mouth. She didn't cry. She just sat there, shaking. "I'm taking you home," I said, "for good." She only whispered, "Thank you." 3 days later, I showed up unannounced at their front door. Alone. Steve opened it, smug. "Well, if it isn't the savior." I didn't respond, just handed him the envelope. He opened it like it was a birthday card. Temporary restraining orders, civil suit notice, criminal investigation files. I watched the smirk collapse. "You think this'll stick?" he growled. "She recorded you," I said. "The part about starving her, the threat about the shelter, all of it." His face paled. Behind him, my ex-wife stepped into view, robe half-tied. "You set us up," she hissed. I turned to her. "No, you set yourself up. I just pressed record." Her face crumpled. I didn't raise my voice, didn't curse, just turned around and walked back to the car. She followed. "Mark, wait, we didn't mean." I got in, rolled the window down halfway. "You gave birth to her, then handed her to a monster." I stared through her. "She won't remember what you did for her birthday, but she'll never forget what you fed him while she begged for food." Then I drove away.